Welcome to the Break Vape podcast. I am your host, Tami Ernst. If you are an overwhelmed mom struggling to quit vaping after trying everything in your power to quit, then you are in the right place, mama. Each week on the show, we analyze stress, vaping, and addiction from a place of zero self-judgment so that you can build up the skills you need to ditch your vapes for good. Are you ready? Let's get to work. Hey, mamas. I hear from so many women out there who think they might be addicted to vaping, but aren't sure where to start on the journey to quitting. So this week, I thought I'd share one of my past episodes all about the first steps to take after realizing you don't want to vape anymore. Enjoy. Whoops, how did we get addicted to vaping in the first place? Hi guys, welcome back to the Break Vape podcast, episode 25. I am your host, Tami Ernst. I am a life coach and a former vapor who is teaching you how to successfully ditch your vapes for good to get to the bottom of managing stress and anxiety so that you can live a vape-free life that is healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, and all of the ways that you embody your human experience. I have a big family and saw a lot of people smoking around me when I was a kid, which was way before vapes came on the scene. I saw cigarettes regularly on billboard advertisements and on TV where they were glamorized, of course. And I even used to try to buy candy cigarettes from the gas station. I say tried because my mom would never let me. For those of you who are old enough, do you remember those candy cigarettes? They are sticks made out of pure sugar that usually came in a pack of 10 in a box that looked just like a cigarette box. And some of them even had pink on the end of them to look like they were lit up like a cigarette. And, well, kids like to eat them and pretend like they were smoking at the same time. Thanks a lot, Big Tobacco. So anyway, I think I was just always kind of a smoker because I remember smoking a cigarette for the first time when I was a little over 7 years old. From that point on, my friends and I would scam to get cigarettes however we could and would smoke any chance that we got, which wasn't that often, but I remember never turning down the opportunity. I smoked intermittently though because I think when I was about 12 to 15 years old, my mom would pat me down looking for cigarettes before I left the house. And then when I was 15 and over, I had an aunt who would buy me cigarettes and let me smoke in her house. And then I smoked until my early 20s. I quit cold turkey when I was around 21 because I couldn't stomach the smell of cigarettes anymore and was disgusted with it. So true to my nature, I got really stubborn about it and flushed my cigarettes down the toilet, and I didn't smoke anymore for years. That is until nearly a decade later when someone handed me a vape at a party and I was instantly hooked and then vaped for years. It was fun at first, but then the little buzz wore off and I started to feel miserable in my own body, but I was so addicted. I would try to quit and then fail and then beat myself up, and that shame cycle played on autopilot. And then once again, I got extremely stubborn and created a way to quit vaping for good. So that's kind of the long story short about how I got hooked and addicted to vapes. And thank God my plan worked because being on the other side of a smoking and vaping addiction is one of the most liberating experiences I have ever had, and I will never go back to smoking or vaping. So I'm curious, my friend, how did you wind up addicted to vapes? Let me know by sending an email to hello@breakvapes.com. That's hello@breakvapes.com, and let's chat. Here are some of the most common reasons I see that people take up vaping. Number one, kind of like me, they were just always sort of a smoker. Number two, trying to fit in or be cool. Number three, switching from cigarettes to vapes. Number four, thinking that vapes help with stress. And number five, picking up someone else's vape just to try it and winding up hooked. Again, everyone is different, and a lot of these reasons can actually overlap. So if I didn't list your reason, please email me and let me know so I can add it to a future episode. Whatever your reason is, though, unfortunately, we all have the same result, which is being addicted to vaping. Nothing good comes from this addiction, as you probably already know, but I really just want to reiterate it in case there are some of you still out there who maybe think that vaping is just water vapor or that it is not harmful physically and mentally. So you have an addiction, and now what? Well, for many of us, it means trying to quit and then failing and then repeating the same miserable shame cycle. Does this sound familiar? I thought it might. So let's do something different. Give yourself some accountability. You have probably become a master of letting yourself get away with self-imposed excuses to keep vaping by blaming your circumstances. And I've been there. I'm coming from a zero judgment zone. And having been there, I can promise you that not holding yourself accountable is not serving you. And then give yourself some grace to try to quit and fail. Ditch the shame, because every time you try to quit, you will learn a little bit more about what worked for you and what didn't. Just start with these two things: ending blame and letting go of shame. You are done with struggle. You are ready to take responsibility for your addiction and leave it in the past already. So let's do this together. I would love to show you how to end your vaping addiction step by step, guaranteed. Send me an email and tell me how vaping shows up in your life. That email address is hello@breakvapes.com. Have a beautiful week, my friends, and I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in today. If you like what was offered in today's show and want even more support, head over to www.breakvapes.com and schedule your free strategy session to discover exactly how my proven system can help you ditch your vapes for good. Bye for now.